What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be recapping week 2 of the SEC. So let's see. Georgia took care of business against Tennessee Tech. Quinn Ewers, not Quinn Ewers, excuse me. Carson Beck. He's a top NFL talent. He threw for 5 touchdowns, 242 yards. Gunnar Stockton, the backup, had 90 yards. Trevor Etienne, 5 carries for 78 yards. Nate Frazier, 6 carries for 28 yards. They only had 1 touchdown on the ground. That came from Branson Robertson. Receiving, Ani Smith, 4 receptions for 73 yards and a touchdown. You had 5 receivers. 5 receivers had a touchdown. Dylan Bell had a touchdown, 4 receptions, 46 yards. Lawson Lukey, 2 receptions for 43 yards, had a touchdown. Diamond Lovick, 3 receptions, 33 yards, had a touchdown. Then Colby Young, 1 reception for 6 yards, he had a touchdown. Then defensively, C.J. Allen had 5 tackles and he had tackle for loss. Tyron Ingram Dawson, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Gresham Miller, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Smella, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Munden Jr., 3 tackles. So, yeah, it wasn't even close. They handled their business. They're a playoff team. Then Texas went to the big house. I think that's what they call it. And handled Michigan 31-12. Quinn Ewers had a good game, 246 yards, 3 touchdowns. Texas is pretty legit. Texas, they're going to be a contender for the SEC championship and the playoffs. Ryan Wingo had a 1 carry for 65 yards. Jerry Gibson, sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. 10 carries for 36 yards and a touchdown. Quinavon Weisner, 8 carries of 30 yards. And Jaden Blue, 9 carries of 22 yards. And Quinn had 4 carries, no yards. But a good offense, good all around good team. All around good team. Defense did awesome. And so they took care of business 31-12. Then Alabama beat South Florida 42-16. You know, and up to late fourth quarter, South Carolina stuck with Alabama, but eventually Alabama pulled away. You know, Alabama, they're still gonna be pretty. Sorry about that. They're still gonna be pretty good. Not gonna lie, they one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Jalen Milroe had 194 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jan Miller, 140 yards on the ground, 50 carries, 440 yards, had a touchdown. Justice Haynes, 13 carries for 46 yards, had a touchdown. Then Jeremy Bernard, 1 carry for 13 yards, and Jalen Milroe had 2 touchdowns on the ground, 12 carries for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Ryan Williams, a really good freshman, had a touchdown, 4 carries for 4 receptions for 69 yards. Jeremy Bernard, 4 carries, 4 receptions for 53 yards. Kobe Prentice, 2 carries, 2 receptions for 34 yards and a touchdown. So they did fumble 3 times. And defense, man. Jaheed Campbell, 11 tackles, 1.5 sack, half a sack, 1.5 tackles for loss. Justin Jefferson, 10 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Kim Keenan, the third, 9 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2.5 tackles for loss. Q Robertson, 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. Malachi Moore, 7 tackles, 7 tackles, 1 sack. No, 7 tackles, 2 pass breakups. Dante Lawson, 5 tackles. So, but yeah, Alabama, they 2-0. We'll see what they do again this weekend against Wisconsin. That'll be a pretty good game. So, all right. Ole Miss just dominated Middle Tennessee. You know, they Henry Parrish, man, 165 yards and 4 touchdowns, man. 4 receptions, 14 carries, 165 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 377 yards, 1 touchdown. Missouri beat Buffalo 38-0, shutout. A good Missouri team. Tennessee, I don't think I'll call this an upset, but Tennessee handled NC State pretty easily, 51-10. Nico Nico Inamalea. Sorry. Really good quarterback. Sampson running back, really good. They handled NC State pretty well. Oklahoma, they closed out a really good game against Houston, 16-12. So 16-12. Oklahoma State won against Arkansas in double overtime, 39-31. LSU 41-21 over Nichols. No, Nichols hung with them for 2 quarters, 3. Texas A&M handled McNeese State pretty easily, 62-10. California went into Auburn and came out with a victory, 21-14 against the Auburn Tigers. I don't think Peyton Thorne, I think that's his first name, Peyton Thorne. I don't think he's a good quarterback, So, but we'll see. South Carolina went to Kentucky and won by a big margin, 31-6. Florida, not any surprise, beat Stanford 45-7, and Vanderbilt, they're 2-0, really good, surprise Vanderbilt team, 55-0 against Alcorn State. So that's it. Look around the SEC. That's gonna be it, y'all. Just a little recap of the SEC week 2. And we'll see what this week holds. So thank y'all. God bless.